Good afternoon. Welcome back. I hope you're having a good day. Today's Friday for me. Hopefully it's not a Monday while you're watching this. Bummer for you. Hang in there. You're going to survive. I promise. Look, what do they say? Like today is the yesterday that we worried about then, and today we're worrying about tomorrow. So why don't we just chill and survive? Let's just enjoy the moment, be in the moment. If I had a dime for every what if I ever went through personally, I would be rich, right? But man, how much worrying do we all do? And yet it doesn't do much except worry us, right? Because somehow, some way, we survive. So, Sandy, dear friend of the channel, dear friend of mine, I can't say no to Sandy when she asks me for a request. So with that, Louis Capaldi, let's bring it. Let's bring some survival our way and find out what this is all about. Here we go. Never heard the guy. At least I don't think I have.
How long till it feels like the wound's finally starting to heal? How long till it feels like I'm more than a spoke in a wheel?
Interesting. I was just talking to my dear sister-in-law about this very thing. I might have told this before. Story time. When I was 7 or 8, I remember, I might have told this story. I might not have. I think I have, maybe on an M&M reaction. I was younger, and my dad, being an alcoholic, he used to, be very vocally abusive to my mother. And one occasion, my sister and I were at the top of the stairs watching them argue and yell and scream at each other. And my dad grabbed her by the hair and curlers and threw her on the couch. I think I did tell the story, but I'll tell it again for those of you that haven't heard it. He threw her on the couch and just became a physical encounter at that point. And I rushed down, and I was standing between them, holding my hands up, trying to separate the two of them as a 7-year-old might futilely try. And I remember looking up at them and the anger and the wrath that my father was pouring out on my mother, and her holding the scissors trying to keep him away as I'm standing between the two of them. Skip 20 years or so, playing some poker with some friends. Two of my buddies had a little bit too much to drink. One of them kind of threw a little joke punch like he was going to punch him in the face but didn't mean to. Split his lip open. Then it started to get heated. I go out. Yeah, I know I told the story. I go out of the room while they're yelling and fighting. I sit down on the ground with my arms around my knees, and here I am, a 27-year-old, 7-year-old. And it comes back. And it's like, when do you feel like it's gonna? Sometimes never. I'm almost 60, and still certain things happen around me that trigger me to go back to the childhood that I once was, and somehow I carry that with me even to this day. So interesting opening. It's just interesting that I was just talking to my sister-in-law this evening on the phone about this very thing about building boundaries. How I've become a yes man, how I've become it's hard for me to say no to people when they ask me to do things. And so it's all because I try to be a people pleaser. I try to maintain peace, right? As I'm standing with my proverbial arms between a situation to try and maintain calm. And so here he is, he's singing about this very dichotomy that I experienced myself. So little story time.
Till it feels like I'm more than a spoke in a wheel. Most nights I feel that I'm not enough. I've had my share of Monday mornings when I can't get up. But when hope is lost and I come undone, I swear to God I'll survive. If it kills me too, I'm gonna get up and try. If it's the last thing I do,
Yes. Yes, it's the last thing you do. You're going to get up and you're going to survive. You're going to persevere. A couple other friends, some of you might know who I'm thinking of, or at least the person that I'm thinking of must know that I'm thinking of them. I don't want to call you out, buddy. But wow. I forgot to show that I was head to toe chills right there where he hit that moment of, you know, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to survive. Oh.
If it kills me too, I'm gonna get up and try. If it's the last thing I do, I still got something to give. Though it hurts sometimes, I'm gonna get up and live until the day that I die. I swear to God I'll survive.
I needed to hear this today. I hope you do too. Well, I hope you don't have to be in a place where you need to hear it, but hope it lifts you up.
How long till you know that in truth you know nothing at all? How far will you go to get back to the place you belong? Most nights I feel that I'm not enough, but I refuse to spend my best years rotting in the sun. So when hope is lost and I come undone, I swear to God I'll survive. If it
I'm sorry I have to keep pausing because I fear that this is going to be copyright stricken if I don't pause. But man, I. If this isn't the most wisdom-packed song I have heard, I don't know what would be.
Most nights I feel that I'm not enough, but I refuse to spend my best years rotting in the sun. So when hope is lost and I come undone.
What is his ailment, maybe? Does anyone know?
I swear to God I'll survive. If it kills me too, I'm gonna get up and try. If it's the last.
Are you caught in the sand trap of life? How poetically relevant.
I'm gonna get up and try.
The ball's going behind him. Isn't that life? Although sometimes that's a good tactic. Got to take a few steps back to make a good shot.
If it's the last thing I do, I've still got something to give. Though it hurts sometimes, I'm gonna get up and live until the day that I die. I swear to God I'll survive. I swear to God I'll survive. I swear to God I'll survive.
Interesting little chord change there. That was really kind of interesting there. I love that. Right there.
I swear to God
One more time.
I swear to God I'll survive.
and then then another half note comes up to meet it. That's a really cool little chord progression there.
I swear they're gonna survive. I swear to God I'll survive. If it kills me too, I'm gonna get up and try. If it's the last thing I do, I've still got something to give. Though it hurts sometimes, I'm gonna get up until the day that I die. I swear to God I'll survive.
I was a constant chill fest on that one. May you be in a place in life where you realize your moment in time on life here is you are here in the present moment surviving. May you be gleeful day by day in the moment where you don't have to be mindful of the survival, but may God give you strength in the days you realize you need to survive to press on until the day you die. This is the most wisdom chock-filled song I think I've heard in I don't know how long. This song, I believe, has the power to change lives. Let this be your moment to survive. One more moment. One more day. Joy's right around the corner. Don't give up on it. Keep pursuing it. And be in the moment. You're in the moment right now. You're surviving. You're doing it. You're doing it. Back to basics, people. This was a beautiful reminder. Boy, did I need it.